Sisters and brothers, the Word of God has been so powerful, but for it to be powerful in our lives, we need to be open to it. What happens to us? Very often we are caught up in our own thinking and thought patterns and having our own kind of conversations inside us. So we are not fully attentive to the Word of God. And I have said to you, all that is happening internally, we need to keep it in Jesus. If you don't do that, you will not experience what the Word of God is saying. And those who hope in Him will be purified and become like Him. That's what the Word of God has said. So, when you hope in Jesus, when you are present to Him, you will see that you will become more and more purified, because it is said already in the first reading, blessed are those who are purified in the blood of the Lamb. They are washed clean and they have become white, and their robes are white, and they stand with victory in the palms of their hands. Victory is His, not ours. We cannot fight evil. We will do it little bit, but we can't. We need Him. And He is there all the time, not just as separate, but very much part of us. And when we do this, when we are totally present to Him, then all these beatitudes will be ours. The beatitude in Jesus, poor in spirit, all that is happening internally at our mind and our body, at the level of the Spirit, when we keep surrendering it, we will experience the kingdom. Then we will see how gentle we are, meek we are. We are all the time merciful to others. We are pure in heart. And we will be persecuted for righteousness' sake, for being good, for doing good. But Jesus says, rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. My dear sisters and brothers, so many of us believe this, but we need to live it out in our lives, and that grace is given to us at every Eucharist. When we come here to receive Jesus in our hearts, He gives it to us. But what happens? We are not giving ourselves fully. That's what our Blessed Mother did. She gave herself fully. I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done to me according to your word. We will be having the attitudes of Jesus. Jesus is dwelling in us, and we will be truly what He wants us to be. That is what it means to be a saint. And there are so many who have lived this. And there are always ups and downs in our lives. We are not all the time saints, because evil suddenly takes us, even in the good that we do, in a wrong path. And then we realize, this is not the right thing. Yes, but what is best is to keep surrendering at every breath, your thoughts, your feelings, whatever is going on in you and whatever is going on in others. It is only in Him that we will see clearly and allow Him to respond to it accurately at the cost of our lives. We have to be prepared to lay down our lives. And that is what love is. Jesus is manifested in our laying down of our life, not by ourselves, but He doing it in us, He shedding His blood through us for others. And that's what the saints have done, so many of them. This feast, how did it come about? They say that already in the 4th century, it was Saint Ephraim and Saint John Chrysostom. They said it was celebrated in the East, in the Eastern Church. But later on, in the 6th century, 610, when Phocas, the emperor, gave the Pantheon, which was, dedicated to the gods, to the church, to the Pope, Boniface IV, he dedicated the Pantheon, which is a beautiful structure. It's marvelous. It is already from the 4th BC century. So it's so long ago that it was there. And it's a wonderful structure. that was dedicated to our Blessed Mother and to the martyrs. But later on, the people in England began to celebrate this feast on the 13th of May. And when did they start this? When Pope Gregory IV, he consecrated a place, an oratory in the St. Peter's Basilica. Later on, it was brought to the 1st of November by Pope Gregory VII, and later on in the 11th century, it was completely confirmed. And as I said, the one who has lived this Word of God to the fullest is our Blessed Mother. She was perfect in it because she was graced to be the mother of the Son of God. And so we are also privileged because like John was given to the mother, we are also given to the mother because we all are in Jesus. And so though we are human and weak, yet if we cooperate with the desire that God has put into our hearts for holiness, we will surely get it. And St. Augustine says, it is so beautiful and happy to see the saints, to be with them and to be a saint. And to be a saint is to be constantly present to Jesus. My dear sisters and brothers, like Jesus, who in us would like to pray and spend time with his Father at night and in the morning, let us allow him to do it. Let us cooperate with him. That is what it means to cooperate with him in the salvific plan which he has through the Father's decree. God the Father wants us all to be saved. So please spend at least 15 minutes. Either you hold your hands like this and still sit in stillness, but be focused at every breath. And you will see that when you give yourself with this desire for holiness, to be completely in God who is in us, you will have the benefit. The whole night, Jesus will work in us, reformat us. By morning when we get up, first thing, just remain 5 minutes with Jesus. Either you do it this way, or you take the rosary and do the entire beads, and you will see the marvels that you will experience in your life. First and foremost, you will be at peace. Secondly, you will be able to reach out to others, even if they are at another level. And the third is, you will be always happy to go through whatever comes in our life, always with that calm and peace. Let us now all hold our hands like this, place them in our lap, close our eyes, and experience the presence of Jesus at every breath. He fills us from our toes right up to our head in body, mind and spirit, in every organ and cell of our body. We are totally inebriated with His presence. Let us surrender at the breath out everything that is within us, of His, of ours, and of the evil one. Hold on to nothing, because we have everything when we have nothing.